All right, thank you. As I was saying in Zimbabwe, especially in the opposition space, we are supposed to have institutional politics, but we have resorted to individualism. Yekuti tinotera ningi all the time, just one person. And now 2018 there was a party, 2023 there was a party, in 2028 you are now expecting to get into the election with a new party, and it's always the same every election. And somehow if you sit down and start thinking about this you should start thinking, is this not choreographed? Like, is this not, is are these people not put in that place just to make it seem like there is a balance, there is democracy in this country, but nothing is changing? Because you cannot have someone, some people are saying kuti, we have got 8 million men in Zimbabwe, and they should step up, instead of blaming someone. Yes, he is a leader. He came to us, and we trusted him to lead us. People donated money. Some people died. Some people were arrested. Vanhu vakararama queue to vote for him. And after all that, he just one day he just resigns and expects no accountability. No, as a leader, you should be held accountable by your people. Even if he says today, Kuti, I am no longer going to be participating in elections, whatever, we are still going to blame him because of the way how he took us for a ride. 2028 probably is just going to come with a new party, Akafeka blue, and then it's going to say this is a new vehicle. Elections are going to come, everything is going to remain the same. He's going to say Tabiriwa, probably going to talk about Sadak Bang, December UN. Nothing is going to change. And then all of us were just believing Kuti is the person, don't blame him, he's the person that should take us forward. Sometimes just have to think, Kuti, some of these people, they are in it for the money, and they're actually making millions of dollars. People are donating, the local citizens, the diaspora citizens. And if you see as well, just look at it in a situation where you have a party that is no institutions, which means there is no accountability. Millions are donated, but there's no accountability. Hapana kana ano account kuti, okay, wakataka donate 100,000 to buy a bulletproof car, right? There is a GoFundMe. Where did the money go? Munhu haadi kubvunzwa. People, the diasporans are donating their money every year. Munhu haadi kubvunzwa. They go to UN, iwo nanafadzai matenda ibite report human rights violations, what vatengesa, they get money, they come in this country, nothing happens. When the Avondale 79 were arrested, instead of speaking out for them to be released, Charlton went and got over GoFundMe, let's help their families. And because there is no institution to account for that, for those finances, money is just going. And this is strong believer that shit, yeah, is the vehicle take us forward, is the vehicle take us forward. Anyway, what I believe in is the way forward is, I don't believe Chamisa has got the capacity to fight the system. So people, as the people of Zimbabwe, we have to find an alternative, and we also have to get ourselves out of individual politics. Because come to think of it, ZANU PF internal is more democratic than the opposition internal. Because I know that if the president leaves ZANU PF right now and forms a new party, he'll get 0 votes. Because ZANU PF, there's no single individual bigger than ZANU PF, but in the opposition, we have individuals that are bigger than the party. Anyway, thank you very much.
Okay, I wanted to say, do you know kuti ku ZANU PF, the minute they panongopera election ichinzi ndeya 2022 or 2021, the following day vanenge vakutoplana ahead for the next election. You understand? There is no way atinoenda kuma-elections tingoramba chingoenda kuma-elections. It does not work. Vanhu vachipa vanhu false hope ivo vachidya nezanu PF vouya vozvitima ndozvatiri kuramba izvozvo. We don't want to hear that anymore. Vanhu vekuzambia, I listened inini kumaspace evanhu vekuzambia pavaikampenera for Hichilema. Their diaspora community was very much involved. Vari pama online vachihodha maspaces, vachiita mafundraising avo, vachicoordinata. Ivo vari kunze. You don't necessarily need munhu kuti akulead kuti for you to be great. Kana bhazi risina driver, hapana, hatichaiwe mumwe munhu asina license. Ane license, I mean.
Susan, handicheka iyo DM na Bosalan.
Cucsman, you may speak.
Hello, how are you? How are you? My sister, how is everyone on the space? Um, I like the conversation, but I'm of a different view. To be honest with you, nature politics worldwide kune zvinhu zvakawandisa zvinoitwa nemapoliticians. Handingauyi panapa ndigoda kupupura kuti Chamisa is innocent. There are a lot of things that happens behind closed doors. Pane imwe nguva unoona kutozoona kutoti probably Chamisa navamunangagwa vanoona kunge vane nguva yavanotomboita meeting vagotadza kuwirirana kuti adhiri rako hariite hatisiyane nazvo. Politics izvo zvakadaro zvinoitika. Money exchange hands. So inini I'm not a kind of person anoda kupedzerwa time achibvunzwa zvonzi Chamisa akazopiwa mari, Chamisa akazodii. Nyaya yangu hombe iri pakuti kana tawirirana pano kuti Chamisa is not the right foot forward, then who is the right foot forward? Because hatingagone kuti varume vakuru vakaita sesu tigare pano tidiscasa munhu one kuti haasi kukwanisa kutitungamirira isu tisina, kana kuti pakati pedu tisingagoni kusaudza munhu atoti ngaachititungamirira iyeye. Izvozvo zvikutongoprova kuti Chamisa is powerful. Really, Chamisa haana kutanga kurwiswa nhasi. Vanhu vese vaibva kunana Triple C kupi kupi, vana Obed Gutu, vana Mudzuri, vana Komichi, vana Mwonzora, vanani, everyone was talking bad about Chamisa. Right now tiringotaura the same thing about one person, despite manhikiri ake anogona kunge anawo maflaws. Inini I believe kana tichida chaiko kutsvaga way forward as a nation, we can, but we are lazy, we are stupid, we are cowards. Vazhinji havavhoti ipapapo, vanangopopota panapa panhikiri apa. Last time I was there kuZimbabwe inini tiri kuma-elections. How can you tell me kuti vanhu vanoda kubhadharwa kunoita election agent? Vanhu vane nyika yavari kuclaima kuti nyika yedu yatorwa neZANU-PF for too long. Munhu anoda kubhadharwa, unoda kubhadharwa chii kuita agent? Unoda kubhadharwa mari yei? Why not sacrificing your own money, your own time? You are liberating your country. You are not doing it for Chamisa. Tomorrow you have a voice. Yekuti no, I didn't suffer, I didn't sleep. Ndisina chikudya ndichengetedza vhoti yangu kuti uye uite izvozvo. But there are people who expect a messiah anovasevha vakagara. You won't get that in politics. Forget. Kana vanhu vachine mindset yakadhakwa kudaro yokuti unofunga kuti kune mumwe munhu achangomuka agosacrificera iwewe. It's never. Vanhu vanochema madonations akazodai, vanhu vaiofa, vanhu vega vachingoofa toda kudonata. Neiro dzungu same dzungu iroro rekuti vanhu vanoda kuita zvinhu nemanyawi. People don't understand kuti when they're doing these things, they're not doing it for Chamisa. Kana ukanzi kuri kuitiwa fundraising, why not sit down and question kuti imbori fundraising yei? Inonibenefita chii? Then also donate. Mangwana umbozofuma uchichema kuti ndakabvisa mari, bulletproof car, chino. Because munhu wese akadonata nemwoyo wake uchida. Whatever, handizivi mari iyo zvayakashandiswa kana yakatengeswa mota kana haina. Haangazodzoki nhasi achichema kuti mari yakazodai mari unless otherwise if you were forced or if you were coerced kudonata mari iyo. So there's some sort of an unseriousness matiri maZimbabweans. Hatingasori tinetseka kuti kwai Chamisa. Right now kuri kudaitwa action kuZimbabwe. Vanotaura zvokuti Zimbabwe haisi kuzofa yakasununga nema-elections, which we all agree panapa. Saka zvichabviswa sei? Do you all think ZANU-PF will reform itself out of power? ZANU-PF igoita ma-reforms chaiwo. Forget about that. That country ichabviswa ne-uprising. And it will take us Zimbabweans kutiita uprising. And kana taita hakuna mumwe leader kana Chamisa kana ana anozoya achizideclare kuti ndinda president. Is tiri tafa mustreet. Why should we wait for Chamisa though? Yes, he was voted, but he's showing you who he is. He likes it to do it in a peaceful way. He likes his scriptures. Let's leave him alone. Let's find a way. Aripi leader wacho anoda kutitungamirira ari kupi? Ngauye. Ngatiudze plan yake tiite izvozvo. hatingazori panapa tichipopota tingopopota zvotibatsirei chi? At the end of the day tasorova chii? What we need is a solution. What's the solution? Chamisa akone haana plan. Alright, tabvumirana. We all know kubva 2018 he has been saying the same thing. I'm one person who supports Nelson Chamisa. I support him because I know if we are to present anyone right now anokwanisa kuvhoterwa nevanhu, it's only Nelson Chamisa. It's not a secret.
Thank you so much for your submission, Cucsman. It's also we'll
Sorry,
never...
I don't know what I'm feeling ndinzwa paita call so yanga ichindikanganisa kunoko. So in concluding, inini hangu zvandiri kutaura ndezvekuti kana tichazoda kuva serious, idzi hondo idzi dzatiri kuda kurwiswa idzi, I don't buy it zvese kutaurwa naHope nanaIbomandaza. It's utter nonsense, and I've realized kuti vanhu vese vanosvika pane chinhano chakaita kunge chanaHope chiya to some extent vanenge vane influence yekuti vanotanga kutoshandiswa futi. Saka ticharamba tichingowa vanhu kuti hondo dzevamwe vanhu. Zvinondibatsirei chi zvokuti Hope ano achipopota kuti Chamisa azoda? Chamisa anokanganisa chi really? Even Mawarira haana kuita demonstration here, akaleader demonstration yanga iri successful. Tsvangira yanga asipo. He was there. He was the most popular politician, Tsvangira. But even Mawarira led a very successful demonstration. Right now, Jacob Ngarume is in jail. Who is talking about him? He's the most atori leader and Chamisa. Why are not people supporting him? Should we blame Chamisa kuti vanhu havasida kuteerera Jacob Ngarume? We are not serious. Isusu, we are not serious. We cannot be gaslighted nevanhu vane zvimagenda zvavo zina nebasa rese zvokuti vangoda kublema Chamisa. Chamisa might have his flaws, ane zvake zvaanotadza, but he is not haasiye muridzi wemhosva dzezvinhu zviri kukanganisika muZimbabwe. We are to blame. Isusu maZimbabwe. Thank you very much.
Cucsman, tell me, what is it? I've got a question for you. What is it that Hope has done? Charuti, Hope is na Ibomandaza, they have a problem. Is it wrong for people to speak up if they're seeing Uti, Iwewe as a leader, you are doing things in a certain way? Hope, that's his job. He's a journalist. As much as we are all against what Chamisa is doing, Iwewe as well as an ordinary citizen, you've got no right to be granted by who? Do you have any proof in what you're saying is true? All of us here, we need to remind ourselves that we are all fighting an enemy. So point my fingers at hey, Hope Ibomandaza, Susan Mutamina Yangarimu, ZANU-PF. It doesn't help us with anything. And no one has got a right to be judging Susan. The fact that she's on our side and she's giving us information, great. It takes a lot for someone to come up and speak. Kuti, guys, this is what is going on. This is how ZANU-PF operates. It's not anyone that will just come out of ZANU-PF for Changagupa information. Why are we always gaslighting? We are always fighting Isusema Zimbo, like as if like we never went to school. We claim to be one of the most educated nations in this world. But Maitiro Edu, they don't represent what we always say to we are educated. Why can't we just unite? Tibatane, Sevanu Vamwe. Enemy, we know the enemy Ndiani, Toziva enemy Edu. But the enemy is ZANU-PF. Whether or whatever Hope has said or whatever, if you want to lead, you are Cucsman, Kanoshda leader. If you are Kanoshda leader, raise your hand up and say, guys, I want to lead. And Chokwadin de Choguti, my awesome Dararum Parliament, and all those guys, Varuguma over 40s, they're not going to do anything. The people that are going to actually liberate Zimbabwe is Gen Z. Anyone from the 80s up until 1999 is not going to do anything. We have all tried and we have failed for too long. Youth, it's time for the youth, like what Susan was saying. Youth in Doye Gai Chakwanza Udita Zimbabwe Pair. The rest
So my brother,
is just
can I ask you a
all
question?
rubbish. Yes.
Are you not, if we expect someone to do an action, then he post verses What other Ngikiri do you want? Signal. Yaguti is not the perfect person. And why should you force that person to do what you want when he's not doing it? Leave him. Just
Guys,
find someone else. Let's do it ourselves. Why should you force him
in
though?
the in
That's
the
why I have a
Cucsman,
problem with Wopo. Right?
I agree with you.
Wopo sees that
I
nonsense
agree with
Chamisa.
you.
Yes.
In the
Can we have one speaker at a time? Can we have one speaker at a time?
Rukunzwa mutauro waruita kuti, can we not do it ourselves? Yes, we can do it ourselves. But the problem is that when we worship a leader, it becomes problematic. That's how you create dictatorship. And that is what has been happening with ZveNyaya Chamisa. We all worshipped him to an extent that all our hope is in this guy. It cannot be business as usual, guys.
And guess what,
People
my
are
brother? You are
suffering.
even worshipping him worse when you show him good. How can people say angati angabuda ofa here anofana kufa here kuti vanhu vazotanga kuita dzimwe politics? Because as long as he's there, he's existing, he's a citizen of Zimbabwe, he's a private citizen, ane marights ake. He can tweet about politics today, people will comment about it. If he decides kuti ada kurana as an independent, he can do that. Who will stop him? Saka shuwa to complain kuti kwai ngatanga abuda kuti guys, let's be serious really. Timiswe nemunhu wani kuti titi vanhu kuti akainherita nhingiri yacho yatsvangirai. Wait, Richard Tsvangirai ariko, ngatitore Richard Tsvangirai, mwana waTsvangirai. At least probably anogona kutoinheritawo nhingiri yacho, institutional whatever memory yaitawo. It doesn't make sense to me. Hatingosiri serious. We can vanhu vanogona kutomukanganwa Chamisa uya kana tikada isusu kuita kuva serious nekugasa nyika yedu. Hatisi serious, especially my youth. I witnessed this election yakapfuura. Vanhu vanopopotera vandoda kubhadharwa kunogadha maresults ema-elections. Really? Kana musingagoni kunogadha maresults ema-elections, musingagoni kuita ikaunda ningiri fast. How can you do an uprising against a government in a masoja in a pfuti? You're not serious. We are not serious. Wasting time tichipopota pa social media. Action ikudiwa kuZimbabwe. We had a very good opportunity. Vabereki vaidzvinyirwa vanochanganiswa nepatebho vachiudzwa kuti muchanovhota so. Mayouth anga ari kupi? They were here in South Africa vachidya makota kunoku. Ndo vanhu vanenge vachipopota pa social media. They were there wherever kwavaiva. Why didn't we dedicate that time right? Vakomana, this is a once life, I mean ningiri chinhu chiri kuitika once off. Let's just sacrifice one way and Zimbabwe. Let's make sure the elections will be free and fair. I'm telling you, Chigumba and Zek would not have declared Emerson Mnangagwa a winner. Ndo paitotangira kana iri civil war kana iri uprising yaitotangira ipapo. But it's a cycle. Every time apa toya chiblema munhu one panapa. Asa hatisi serious.
Cucsman, thank you so much for your submission. I really appreciate you coming on this platform just to air out your views. Right, number one, undeniable, Chamisa is popular. He has charisma and he draws people, which is really good. It's also chatruku debate about. It's not about him as a leader, as an individual. It's about him as a leader. You understand? Because he led people into an election. Kana munhu watungamirira vanhu, people expect to hear vanhu vanenge vada kunzwa kuti iwo as a leader wavakavhotera haungoti wasiya party. You understand? Yet you've got 2 million people vawakabereka kumusana. Two, we're talking about nyaya dzemari dzakadyiwa, mari dzavakapiwa futi kuZanu-PF, nemota dzakapiwa kuZanu-PF, and then mari kukaitwa mafundraising 24/7 evanhu vaikumbira mari. Are you following? People were asking for money. That money was never accounted for. I'm one of your donors, of that party's donor. I have no regrets whatsoever because I did it for the people. Because I wanted to help liberate my people. We all know the system. You understand? I know it more than any of you guys. You fight with your bare hands. There's always an approach, a different approach to things. munhu anoita zveviolence iwo you cannot come uchiita zvinhu zveviolence. Are you following? Haurwisane nemunhu anoita violence wosvikawo woti neniwo ndine dombo rinogona kumutema rikamukwadza. No, you don't do that. Unochinja your approach. Zvauri kuti taigona kubudisa ZANU-PF taididi. ZANU-PF yaburitswa muna 2017. Akakubudisai mudzimba menyu ndiani? Pane imba here kana building rawakambonza richinzi rapwanyiwa. But Mugabe was forced down. That process alone, it forced him to step down. Just that, because akapindwa naye muhelicopter akanzi onai avo vana. And I aiona zvinhu achiratidzwa TV because they were under house arrest. And they stayed under house arrest even after the coup. Saka zvekuti mimuzoda kutiudza kuti anzi we are jealous of Chamisa. We are not jealous of Chamisa. Wopwewe is a journalist. He has every right to question. Wopwewe should not be tweeting so much about our struggle. Isusu vana veZimbabwe. Wopwewe hafanhu ungari pa forefront. You know, you were also campaigning for this party. You even ukatoita hit song that people would vibe to, which is a liberation song, which is really good because people need kamorau iko kaya kusumuka. But I'm against an uprising, munhu anobviswa a protest. You don't have the means and the ammunition. I will tell you this today. You don't have the means and the ammunition to fight Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa anowirana nematerrorists pasi rese pana panotyisa. Mofunga kuti mimi mungamubvisa mimi. Mumubvisa sei? Gaddafi haana kubva yega. Gaddafi akatozobviswa neimwe third force. Mnangagwa is 80 something. He's close to 90. If my memory serves me well, he's almost 90. It means 90s. And you're telling us muda kuti munhu akadaro aramba achikutongai kusvika 2030. Hamuna kana there is no political solution yekuti alright Chamisa wacho ari kuti haasi kuda because they are not honest, they are not transparent. Vanhu venyu, they are not even transparent at all. Come on, boys. Anyway, you can talk.
Okay, can I